There are many ways to color in digital art, which is why many styles have emerged. However, to create your own coloring style, you first need to learn the basics. In this video, I won't go into too much of the complicated color theory, because I don't know, because I'm still a beginner. Instead, I'll explain the basics that you can use to get started and improve your use of color. I'll show you step by step how to color a drawing, and finally, I'll tell you exactly what you need to do to get the effect you want, so that your art doesn't look like this. No matter which app you are using, you'll see one or more color panels in each. Below are 3 sliders that represent the elements of color: hue, saturation, and value. By manipulating these, you can create any color possible. Understanding these will also make it easier to understand the art videos you watch. Hue refers to pure spectrum colors such as red, blue, and yellow. It represents the basic color names used to describe different tones. Saturation, also known as chroma or intensity, refers to the vividness or richness of a color. A highly saturated color appears vibrant and intense, while a desaturated color appears duller or grayer. Value refers to the brightness or darkness of a color. It's determined by how much black or white is mixed with the pure hue. Higher values result in lighter tones, while lower values create darker shades. Above is the color wheel they create, or on the left, or on the right, wherever. The color wheel is a circular representation of the color spectrum that organizes colors in a logical order. It usually starts with the primary colors red, blue, and yellow, and then moves on to secondary and tertiary colors. The color wheel helps artists determine color relationships and choose effective color schemes for their artwork. Now that you have learned the basics about colors, I can start practicing them. First, I decide what I'm going to draw. It can be hard to get inspired sometimes, so I usually start by browsing Pinterest until I find something exciting. Since I couldn't find anything exciting today, I'll use this picture as a reference, also because I'm a bit lazy. Sketching. I started by creating my sketch, and if you haven't watched the awesome video I made about it yet, you can find it in the description, because what are you going to paint without drawing? Right. Adding color. Now let's get to the fun part. Digitally painting. You don't need the entire color wheel. When you're first coloring your digital art, I recommend limiting yourself to about 3 colors. We associate dark colors with a somber mood and bright colors with a sunny mood. If you want to draw a vampire, you don't want to paint him in bright colors under the sun. But if you do, I won't judge. If you want to achieve a peaceful and dreamy atmosphere, consider a pastel color palette. If you're drawing a battle scene, you'll need to convey energy and hostility by using more energetic colors and brush strokes, and lots of contrast. It'll take time to master the color choices, so you can do some more research. Let's color this drawing. Once the line art is complete, create a new layer below the line art. Since I'm lazy, I'll use the colors in my reference image today, but you could also create a traffic light in completely different colors, even if it doesn't look like a traffic light. Start by adding solid colors for each section of your artwork. This will help you create the overall composition. Don't worry about the details at this stage. Focus on getting the basic colors. Adding shadows and highlights. I know you've been waiting for this part since the beginning of the video. This is where things start to get a little more chaotic. Shading makes art look more 3D. So to shade an object, you need to imagine the 3D surface of that object. You can also use references for this. And this is the best way. Once the base colors are added, I am ready to add shadows and highlights. Before painting, I add a clipping mask layer over the base colors. This is a great feature that all drawing apps have. This keeps my new paint strokes within the boundaries of the base color. Avoid using pure black and white at this stage. The only time you can use black boldly is when you're drawing in black and white. From a scientific perspective, pure black and pure white aren't actually colors. White is what you get when you mix all the colors in the spectrum in equal parts. Black, on the other hand, is the absence of light, This is important information because you'll usually be drawing things that actually exist. If you do the opposite, I still won't judge. Next, choose a light source. The eye is drawn to light, so light the areas you want your audience to focus on. Today, I'm lazy, so I'm going to copy the light from the reference. In my reference image, I see the light coming from this direction by looking at the shadows. So this side is bright, and this side is dark. Identify your light source and apply shadows accordingly. Use a darker shade of your base color or a complementary color for the shadows. Use a lighter shade or a color that complements your base color for the highlights. You can get the best colors for the shadows and highlights by changing them. Saturation and value you learned at the beginning, or you can use complementary colors, which is a more advanced method in my opinion. Finishing touches. You can add the finishing touches that will take to the next level this masterpiece. Add finishing touches like sparkles, overlays, or color grading to enhance the overall look. And now we have our colored traffic light. What I have explained in this video is not necessarily or only the correct way to color digital art. This does not mean that you have watched the video for nothing. As I said in the beginning, you have learned the basics now. From now on, you can try different coloring styles. You can study the work of artists you admire to understand their color choices and techniques. The more you practice and try new methods, the better you will get. And maybe you will pass the beginner level before me, or you have already passed and are watching this video for some reason I don't know. Again, I am not judging. I hope this video helped you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.